Keeping up with your financial goals can be a challenge, but one way that can be easier is if you use one of several apps right there on your cell phone. Fox 4 financial expert Adam Bruno is going to join us over the next 3 weeks or so to tell us about some apps that can really help us out. So Adam, I like this idea. I'm a little nervous about it though. How can apps help you?
Well, Chris, just like anything else, financial apps, cell phones have made life easier with social media, keeping in touch with people, text messaging, all kinds of wonderful things. And financial apps are no different. As a matter of fact, you know, the first app that we talk about is actually, it's called Mint, and it's an app by Intuit, which is the same company that gives us the tax software that everybody uses, or QuickBooks. And, it really makes life easier from a perspective of organization, just like technology should be used for.
Okay, so I've never heard of Mint before. What does it do exactly?
Well, Chris, it really creates simplicity for your finances. So if you link your bank accounts, your credit cards, your debit cards into the app, every time you make a purchase, it will actually tell you, it'll categorize it for you. It'll say, well, you spent this much on restaurants this month, or you spent this much on groceries at the grocery store. So it actually helps you to see exactly where and how you're spending your money.
And I can see how that would be really helpful, but the first thing I thought of when you mentioned you put all your bank account information in there, your credit card information in there, is it safe?
You know, Chris, it's no different from any other app. It's a tool, right? So it's how you use it. I would recommend that if you're using apps like this, you always do them from a secured network, like your home internet spot. Most of the time it's usually secure, but it's like anything else. You have to be careful with it. But as long as it's secure, it absolutely works very well.
Okay, I guess you also have to hope that they don't get hacked or anything like that and your information gets out. Okay, so very interesting stuff here. Anything else we should know about these kinds of finance apps?
Well, Chris, the big thing to remember is that none of these apps, they're all tools, right? You have to remember that you have to have a plan in order to make that tool work for you. So just like anything else, and we always talk about it, the best way to do is to sit down and make a plan, make a budget, because it's really easy to see where you're spending your money and how you're spending your money, but it still has to be within a budget, right? So that's the important thing.
Yeah, just part of the overall plan. Good advice as always. Adam, thank you very much. We'll see you next week with more of this series. Adam Bruno is the president and founder of Evolution Retirement Services. He's based in Fort Myers. If you'd like to get in touch, his number is right there on your screen.